Hey guys, this is T-Mash from 2A Syndicate, and today what we're going to talk about is the new Ruger RXM. Hey guys, this is T-Mash from 2A Syndicate, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is the Ruger RXM. So before we get started with anything, I'm going to show clear for YouTube purposes. And so I'm going to rack the slide back, lock it, and show you that there's nothing in here, nothing in the chamber. I can see you, you could see me, vice versa. There's nothing here. Put the slide back, point it in the safe direction, and pull the trigger. Now, with that being said, let's get started, guys. First and foremost, you know, I'm definitely not going to mention any pricing because now I see that YouTube is starting to give people strikes for mentioning prices and price points and saying that that is something that we are trying to sell. And so at this point, I am not Ruger. I am not selling any firearms. I am showing you this firearm and letting you know the features of it for educational purposes. Now, with that being said, we're going to go through this thing piece by piece because what I end up seeing and what I'm seeing a lot on YouTube is everyone asking, is it a Glock killer, this and that. Now, it's similar to the Glock 19. I get it, but so are so many other striker fire guns. And so they're also comparing it to the PSA Dagger and all this. But this thing is in a class on its own. It's a Ruger. Ruger's been around for a while. So with that being said, what I'm going to tell you that although it has some similarities, and the similarities is cost effective. So let's remember that. And I think people get that twisted. Why? Because you all know that Glocks are one of the most highly purchased firearms. So when I tell you it's cost effective, you'll see what I mean when I get toward the end. Now, first and foremost, I feel like every firearm should come like this. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. The slide should be optic ready. No more plates, guys. No more having to order plates. No more having to order from aftermarket companies for plates, for your optics. Every slide from this point forward should be optic ready. It just makes sense. And I'm glad that they did it even at the price point that this is at. I'm glad that Ruger has done it for this. I know I bought my first one being the Echelon. That was an optic ready slide. It saves so much more time. It saves so much more money. And you don't have to deal with, if you're a co-witness person, you're going to love it even more, right? Everything is going to co-witness. You don't have to buy suppressor height sights to get the things to co-witness and all that good stuff. The other thing is too, if I turn it around here and I'm going to try and keep from flagging myself, you'll see it's got the blacked out rear sights, and the front is actually night sights. I didn't think it would have it on there until I shut off the lights and saw that glow on there. And I saw that and I was like, wow, I can't believe that they put some tritium night sights on here. Mine has it. If yours don't have it, you take it up with them. But I'll tell you that this has it on there and it's awesome. Now, I already got it outfitted with my Streamlight TLR7. And at that point, let's kind of get into the nooks and crannies about this guy, right? So Ruger partnered with Magpul. Now, all I need to say is Magpul is one of the, I would say, kings or queens, depending on who owns it, right? I don't know that part either. When it comes to polymer, when it comes to grips, I don't know anyone who doesn't have a Magpul on any of their ARs. If you don't have one now, you had one at one point and you just went with somebody else. But at some point, everyone has upgraded their AR or something like that with a Magpul grip or even a forehand. So they do the job and they do the job right. I could tell you this, when I first wrapped my hands around this, and you can see I got a lot of firearms up here. A lot of the firearms I have Talon grips on them, because I couldn't get enough, I felt like I couldn't get enough grip purchase and it was too many slick spots. But, you know, when you're looking at this, you can see Magpul went all the way up. If you look at the back, they're going all the way back to where your your hand needs to make that purchase and get right under there, and you get that really nice feel that goes around your hand. Your hand's underneath. It's got a nice little layout here, so you're not worried about slide bite when you're grabbing it and you're making a full purchase on there. It's actually pretty cool. Now, the other thing that I hear about people complaining, especially on YouTube, is the trigger. So let's deal with the trigger real quick, okay? If you purchase this gun and you don't fire, or you haven't fired it, you're gonna think that the trigger feels a little weird, right? So I'm gonna rack this back. I'm gonna do it with my left hand so everyone can see. Now you see it kind of has a little wall right there, and the little wall is really not a little wall, because if I go just a little bit harder, you'll see it'll start to keep going before it even breaks. Now, after it breaks and I rack this back, you'll see it click right there. Now that's where I'm at. I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure on it. It's still gonna creep, and then it's gonna fire. So I did a little research, because dry firing, I'm thinking that's a little weird. But what Ruger calls this is a rolling trigger. The rolling trigger is supposed to roll past the wall, break, and it's also supposed to roll past the reset, right? And so it's a continuance. You feel the difference when you're out there shooting it versus dry firing it. So when you dry fire it, it's gonna feel a little bit weird. And at first I thought, this feels a little bit weird, until I actually got out there and ran it. And when I ran it, it responded. It did what it was supposed to do. I didn't feel like I had to reach for anything or, anything like that. Now, they do have some upgrades on the market for this trigger if you don't like that rolling feel. But I'm just letting you know that that's what it is. And everyone's complaining about it because we're so used to everything being the same. When people start to get integrative, I'm not saying it's the first time a rolling trigger has ever been invented, but that's what it has on here. Now, with that being said, the other thing is it being obviously Glock compatible. And this is what I talked about in the beginning as well, with it being Glock compatible, is that it takes the Magpul's GI9s. I'm going to grab one of those. Magpul GI9 takes that, holds it perfect, right? Pop that right out, you're good to go. Then I get a Glock magazine, so you can see that that is definitely Glock, right? So now that you see that as Glock, takes Glocks too. And even with Glock, it locks back just like Glock was supposed to be the magazine for it. Not only that, take my Safariland, which is for a Glock 17 through 19, and I have my Ruger RXM. I put it in there, and it locks in place. Can't get it out until you engage the safety mechanism on it. Again, go this way, you'll see I can't pull it out. As soon as I engage the safety mechanism, I can pull it out. It fits all my Glock mags. It fits all my Glock holsters. And guess how much more money that just saved? It saved a ton of money, because I don't have to go buy extra magazines. I don't have to go buy extra holsters. I don't have to go buy plates. I don't have to go buy different sights because I need some plate and the plate's up too high and I gotta try and co-witness. So I'm buying suppressor height sights and all that stuff like that. This thing, it does what it's supposed to do. It's super innovative. The ergonomics of the grip being Magpul is awesome. And then also the feel of the recoil. And the other thing is, I'm gonna turn this around. It has this little indent here. And I know a lot of people like to call those, whatever you call it, right? This is not it. It just fits your hand a lot better. So it doesn't stick out. It's not holding your thumb, and your thumb's not pressing down on it to keep it from recoil, but it's actually fitting for your thumb to go in. And when I say that, I really, really mean it. So as I go in and I get a little bit closer to you, you could see how it just fits my thumb in there. And it's not like a thumb rest. It's, and I'll show you like this, it doesn't really stick out that much. It just has a good spot for your thumb to rest at, and like a little good platform for your thumb to rest at. So when you get in that purchase on there, that's perfectly fine. And so it has a lot of upgraded features that it should have. Everything fits my hand good. Here's what I need to tell you guys. Okay. Because it has a chassis system like SIG does, like the Springfield Echelon does, and it's just a trigger chassis system, it's crazy upgradable. And here's where I don't want you guys to miss the boat, right? We wait too long, and then everybody's got all these aftermarket parts. People are going crazy doing their builds, and now everybody wants to get down, and then you can't find them anywhere, right? Because they just got to keep producing them. For the price point that it's at, it's worth a pickup, number one. Number two, for the aftermarket success that it's having and going to have, it's going to be second to none. You got Icarus that's already produced a aluminum frame for this guy already. Sharp Brothers is on it, and obviously Magpul is going with the compact, the subcompact, and the full size. When the full size comes out, I'm going to grab it. I want to grab the full size before I get anything else. The mistake I've made in the past is being the first to pull the trigger on something, then to find out that I like something else a little bit better. So I'm going to take my time with this guy. I'm going to make sure that it's going to be built. It's going to be upgraded exactly how I want. They even have aftermarket triggers if you don't like the rolling trigger that is on here. It's going to be tons of upgrades and packages that you'll be able to have. So without wasting too much of your time, guys, this is going to be one of those firearms that's going to just open the gateway for so many other firearms to be so easily compatible with a lot of other things, like especially all the Glock accessories. When you got the Glock magazines and also the holsters, I'm so grateful that I don't have to go searching for anything else. I have it all right here in my grasp. I'm not wasting any extra money getting it, and this is what it is. So with that being said, guys, this is going to be one of your biggest purchases that's worth what it costs. You're going to get out of it what it costs. If you don't like anything, you can upgrade it. And I'm telling you, it's better than spending $1,300 to not like something and upgrade that versus spending what this costs and upgrading that. So if you have one and you have questions, comments, please put a comment in the comment section, guys. I want to see what everybody has. Or if you're thinking about it, you can't pull the trigger on it, you have a question for me, put that in the comment, guys. And as always, train hard, train often. This is T-Mash. I'll see you on the next one.